Hi, my name is Peter Ike Amadi from Shadow Black. So, uh, I want to talk to you about Black Panther and whether it deserves an Oscar. Well, for me, I really enjoyed Black Panther. I felt it was really groundbreaking, very bold in what it set out to do. There were scenes that to me were pure genius. There were scenes that I loved, and also there were scenes that maybe were a little iffy in play. Some scenes were a bit iffy. The plot was okay, storyline was okay. So the question here is now: does Black Panther deserve an Oscar for Best Picture? Well, even though I love Black Panther a lot, I don't really think it uh, deserves that Best Picture nomination, Best Picture award. Fine, it's great to be nominated for Best Picture, but for it to win above some of the others, which to me were a bit superior technically and all otherwise, I think you know it shouldn't win that. Okay, for me, the one Black Panther should win is for if it's been nominated for Best Script. I love the script. The script was tight. It was really very intelligent. They really wrote it very well, and there were so many subtexts in it, so many subplots, and the commentary there, the social commentary there was fantastic. It was done very subtly. There wasn't any over the top preaching, so it flowed with the story. There wasn't any trying to hammer over your head kind of thing. So some of the few things I liked about Black Panther is that, like for instance, when Okoye and the scientist girl, what's her name again? This name just escaped me. When I was talking, is it the scientist girl? No, it was Okoye and Nadia, right? Something. So they were discussing about hair. Like Okoye was saying that why does she have to wear this wig that she doesn't like it, and the other one was trying to kind of like defend it. That part was very well written because it was actually referencing a debate on why black women have to wear wigs that make that has Caucasian style. Why do they wear Caucasian style wigs? So that on its own was kind of like a debate on that whole topic on why black women have to wear Caucasian wigs. It was just very subtly done, and I thought that was very well done how they put it in the script. Another fantastic bit I loved in Black Panther was the way they owned that monkey chant, how they turned it around and made it ours. Or will I say ours? That monkey chant has been a source of racist abuse. It's been used as racist abuse against black people for centuries. Even especially during sports, like when there's a black player on an opposing team, you start making monkey chants because he's playing against you, that kind of thing. It's something that is very painful, and very insulting. Yet that movie managed to take that monkey chant and own it. When what's his name again? When whenever the white man talks, they says who, don't speak here again, that kind of thing. That was awesome. They took it and made it ours. Now, you can use it for yourself as a black man. So that was cool. That was cool. That was very well written. I'm very impressed. I'm a writer, so when I see little stuff like that, it impresses me more than any kind of special effect or whatever. Just these little bits of writing really, really, really tripped me. That was very, very well done. And then Killmonger. Killmonger is the boss. Killmonger is one of the best villains I've ever seen on TV. He's very complex, he's so deep actually. My only problem with Killmonger is that they didn't flesh him out enough. They should have, even though I'd have loved him to be, spoiler, even though I'd have loved him to have been alive at the end of the movie, I feel that his death just before he died, he gave one of the most powerful quotes I've ever heard of, and I'll mention it now. But so I'll leave that one. Let him. It's good that he died, maybe because of that quote. That quote was lovely. I love that quote. That quote when he says that, Black Panther says, "Let me heal you," and he says, "No, that so what? So you can lock me up again? Say rather bury me here, in the sea, where my ancestors, my ancestors jumped into the sea to avoid being slaves, something like that." Was awesome. That, they said death was better than bondage. That was great. Just that quote only, that line, elevated Killmonger to like godlike status for me. That was awesome. So there were many great scenes. I feel that Black Panther was like Killmonger's origin story. It really built him up as a great villain, and I felt he could have been they could have delved into his background a bit more. Would have liked to have seen more scenes of him as a CIA or operative or mercenary or whatever. Would have liked to seen him earn those shall we say scars or what he put on his body, those marks. That would have been great. And it could have been darker, but I understand it's a comic book movie, they didn't want to make it too dark, but Killmonger could have been exploited to really great effect, because he is kind of representing that deep-seated anger of the black man against the world. He kind of epitomizes it, so he's kind of like, what I say, fantasy, kind of dark fantasy for many black people. This is what they would do if they were in his position. So that was great. Apart from that, Black Panther, the women were great. All the women characters were beautifully fleshed out. The Dora Milaje, I think that's how they pronounce it, they were fantastic. I love the costumes, I love their fight moves, everything. And their fight with Killmonger was great, and it didn't diminish them, like the way, what's the name of this guy in Justice League, the villain there, the way he, decimated the Wonder Woman's sisters, what's their name again? He really kind of brought them down in that movie. But in this one, the Dora Milaje were, they were strong. You could see that even though they were fighting a very powerful opponent who was really amped up, even though they were being defeated, but they were not, like decimated or anything like that. You could see that they were really giving him pound for pound. That was great stuff. I love the ending on the movie. I love the final fight in the movie. That's not the train scene, but the battle, among the Wakandans. That was really fun, cool, really comic booky. I loved it. So that was great. So Black Panther, when you look at the script, commentary, there were so many, like, what else, that, hey, colonizer, some people are offended by that statement, but I thought that was very smart. We Africans can relate because, most of our countries are colonized by the West. So she was like speaking, she was being factual when she said that. That was awesome. And, so many great scenes. So I believe that Black Panther deserves an award for best script. It deserves an award for best costume. The score was great too. Best picture. Okay, let me talk about the negatives. The CGI was iffy. That car flipping scene that was in the trailer, I didn't like it at all. That car flipping scene with Black Panther, no, that was horrible. I didn't like it in the trailer. I didn't like it in the movie. It's too fake. Then I don't really have much negatives. Okay, yeah, the Nigerian scene, in the beginning, that whole rescue of girls, bring back our girls from Boko Haram. That was dumb, but it didn't look nice at all. It was so contrived and weird. I know because they're not from Nigeria, it just looks okay, but we here, we just look at it and know that whole scene was crap. go on, Boko Haram people don't sound like that. They sound different. They have a different agenda. They come from a different place. So it just looked so fake. But I guess a lot of people won't know. But we know here in this country. And then apart from that, well, mostly good things I have for this movie. But then again, if the movie wasn't restricted or held back by Disney, it really went full out and gave us everything. I believe that this movie would deserve Best Picture, because I believe it's too restrained. Even when they did it for comic book people, for kids, for make it general stuff for people, so it was too safe. I like movies that try and push the boundaries. It was too safe, even though there were some risks, but it was still too safe. So for that, I don't think it deserves Best Picture. If it was maybe not restrained by Disney and they really went out and gave us something really edgy, then I would have loved it. Dark Knight for me is still a better movie, because even though it's still a PG-13 film, but it wasn't restrained. It really went out to milk the psychological impact of Joker's attack on Gotham. So to me, that's why it deserves the Oscar, and it didn't get it, which was like a travesty, but I digress. So Black Panther is awesome. I hope it does win some Oscars, but for Best Picture, I don't think so. So let me rant my rant here. So thank you very much for listening. My name is Peter. I hope to hear any comments on the matter. I'm open to debate. Thanks a lot. Bye.